How long does a criminal court case take? Is that a question that you have? Are you interested in that subject? Are you charged with a crime and you want to know when this is going to be over? Well, if so, this is the video for you. Hey there, my name's Lance Fryrear, and I'm a defense attorney in Lynnwood, Washington, and I've been defending people charged with crimes for more than 20 years. I've got a team of 5 attorneys, and we always get the question, how long is this going to take? So how long is it going to take for my matter to be over so I can put this behind me? And of course, the answer is it depends, but I'm going to go over that in this video. So if you find this helpful, please like and please subscribe. More people will get to see it. I'm just going to jump right into it. We've got 2 situations. One is a situation where you've been investigated for a crime and you're not yet charged. And another is a situation where you're already charged with the crime and you're going to court. 2 different situations. So for the case that isn't charged yet, that's going to take a long time. How long, Lance? Well, most statute of limitations are 2 years for gross misdemeanors, 3 years or more for felonies, and some felonies don't have a statute of limitations. We have a video about statute of limitations, which we're going to display right up here if you want to click on that. But basically, that's how long a prosecutor has to charge you. So if you're not charged with a crime and you're only being investigated, think 3 to 6 months maybe for a non-felony, and think 6 months to a year before it's even charged. In some cases, take 2 or 3 years. So get yourself an attorney. If you're being investigated, we can help decrease the chances of you being charged, and we can give you some peace of mind and help put you in a much better position. But for timing, that's going to take a long time. Now, the second type of case is if the case is already charged, right? So you can think the first case, once it gets charged, now let's go into this other category. How long does a charged case take? Well, what I'm going to talk about is from the date of arraignment. The arraignment is the first court date where you're officially charged and you plead guilty or not guilty. Not just getting arrested, I'm talking charged with the crime. So once you enter a plea, they're going to set some more court dates. For non-felonies, they're called pre-trials. And for the most part, for felonies, they're either case scheduling or omnibus hearings, depending on what county you're in. And so there's a speedy trial right. You have a right to have a trial within 90 days of the date you're arraigned if you're out of custody, and 60 days if you're in custody. Now, you don't want a trial that quick. Trust me, you probably never want a trial to begin with because you'd rather try to get a good result without having to risk what a jury says. But you have a right to get to trial within 90 days for the most part, supposedly. There's lots of exceptions, and with COVID right now, when I'm filming this, some trials aren't even happening. But that's, if you really want to rush it, you can say, I want my trial within 90 days. It's typically not advisable, but there is an answer to that if you really want to rush it. How long does it typically take? Well, I usually tell my clients that non-felonies are going to take, again, I think 3 to 6 months from when they're charged, maybe a little bit longer in some courts, because some courts have longer time between arraignment and those other hearings called pre-trials or case scheduling type hearings or omnibus hearings. So 3 to 6 months for a felony. I would say 6 months to 2 years on a felony, probably closer to a year, but some of them will go on a long time because there's so much harder to negotiate a felony. There's a lot more research and witness interviews and things that have to happen. And typically in felony cases, the court dates are spread out a lot more. Exception is King County. Those are usually every 2 or 3 weeks. But for the most part, felonies are going to take much longer. So, Lance, I have to live with this case for that long? Well, the answer is yes, it takes as long as it takes, but just realize that as a case goes on, it typically does not get worse for the defendant. It typically, evidence, people forget, people move, there's more time for you to do things to show you're a good person. So as you typically don't want to try to rush a case unless there's a good legal strategy to. It sort of weighs on our head, but if you have a good attorney that's helping you emotionally as well to cope, then hopefully you can get through it. So yes, it's going to take as long as it takes, and 3 to 6 months was a good estimate, and during COVID, that's maybe a little bit longer. We've had misdemeanors go a year or more, and some will go 2 months. So what can you do to speed it up? Well, you've probably heard me talk in other videos. The biggest thing you can do is do what your attorney asks you to do, and do it quickly. The quicker you get some stuff done, the more options we have to try to negotiate your case or show that you're innocent or whatever is necessary in your case. So if you want it done more quickly, you try to do stuff more quickly. And also, don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger to your attorney. Check in on us. When someone calls us, we don't get upset. We're happy to talk to you. We're happy that you care about your case. So, how long is it going to take? It varies. DUIs are quicker typically than assaults. Felonies are longer than misdemeanors. The less serious the charge, the more likely it's going to get done. On the shorter end, the higher number of charges and the more serious, the longer it's going to take. So I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please like and please subscribe. And regardless, if you're charged with a crime and you think you need some help and you're in Washington State, because that's where I'm located, feel free to give my office a call. We're in Linwood. We go all throughout Washington for the most part. We've been doing this for more than 20 years. We'll listen to what happened. We'll identify a way forward, and we'll be there for you. Thank you.